Hey guys, I'm gonna do a quick review for this kit. This is just an out-of-box review, so that means I haven't done anything else to this kit except just build it, and that's all. No paint, no decals, no pen aligning, nothing like that. So this is the Master Grade Hi-Nu Gundam Version Katoki, Ver.Ka. This is in 1/100 scale, and all I can say is that this is a really awesome kit. It's been a long time since I've built a Ver.Ka kit, and man, you kind of forget how awesome they are, especially like these last few. But with this kit, we get a lot of really awesome armor gimmicks. Not as many as we saw on the Saber, the most recent Ver.Ka kit, but this kit definitely, I think, TR13, if anyone's familiar with TR13, he's a Gunpla builder and reviewer. In his review, he said that he thought that this kit was kind of made to be customized. This kit doesn't have near as many panel lines or armor opening gimmicks or armor shifting gimmicks like the Saber had. And not as many details overall. It's a much cleaner look for this kit, but I think he was right. I think it's kind of made to be customized for builders to kind of add their own panel lines, add their own details. I think in the next few months we're going to be seeing a lot of custom builds of this kit, so that's going to be good. I think I'm really looking forward to working with mine later. I'm not going to be working on it right now, but I just wanted to build it and show it off to you guys, and then I'll just kind of put it up on the shelf and admire it as is for a while, and then later I'll go back and finish it. So, alright, so here it is. The first thing, we've got a tiny little 1/100 scale Amuro. There he is. Next we've got the shield, which is quite big, pretty simple. It's essentially just the front piece, and then one piece here on the back, and then 2, 3, 4 extra small pieces there. Really simple, but effective, I guess. And it'll look good when of course the logo's on there, so you need the decal. But you can see just how big it is compared to the kit, and I'll show it to you on the kit in a minute. But you can see it's quite large. Next we've got the beam rifle. Pretty simple design, a little bit similar to the Shinanju Stein's beam rifle, I think. Basically the only moving part on here is just the small little attachment point in the handle. Otherwise, that's pretty much it there. We've got 2 beam saber blades. There's beam sabers in the kit, I'll show you that in a minute. And then we've got the bazooka. This does extend, does close like that, and open. That's pretty cool. Again, pretty simple. Just 2 tones, white and gray, that's all. Then we've got the base. You probably saw on the kit before. On the back, there's this clear part of the base. That's just to help it stand on the ground, but if we pop off this, I'll try to do it carefully. If you pop off that part, then you can just plug that onto the base here, and voila, there you go. Now it's on the base there, as you can see. That's cool. And then we've got 6 of these. These are obviously the effect parts, arms for the funnels. Now, one thing that I think I mentioned in the unboxing, I'm so glad that we have these. They're 100, 200, 500% improvement from the old Master Grade, which just had clear plastic rods that you had to bend in order to kind of pose them, and they just like bounced, and it was just terrible. These are solid, and I'll show you them in use in a minute, but these are so much better. So really glad to have these. Okay, now I want to show you some of the gimmicks for this kit. Hopefully everything will be okay. I was messing with it before, and the V-fin has popped off a few times, but I think that's good. I'd rather the V-fin just to fly off than to break, so that's probably pretty good. Okay, the first thing, I'll just go in kind of in order of how it was assembled. The head does come up only a little bit, but then the whole neck piece lifts up like that. I think once you have the LED inside, I'm not sure if that's gonna hinder that movement at all. Maybe I'm not sure about that. I don't have an LED to put inside of it, so I couldn't say, but without an LED, that's cool that it can get that upward motion there. Next, the front armor here is going to pull forward like that, just a bit, just enough so that we're going to be able to peg the heavy weapon system part into there, but it still looks good anyway. Up there, let's go up to the backpack. Actually, we'll skip ahead here. Refocus. This just press down here, it just pops up, and there's one of the beam saber handles inside there. Obviously it's going to be the same on the other side. Those both up and up. On the shoulder, the side, well, the white parts just come down, or maybe we have to lift it up first. The top part lifts up like that, and the side pieces come down, wiggle it a little bit. There you go, you can see just enough to make a little bit of a gap there, and then you can kind of fold it out like that, if you can see that. There. That's cool. On this side, if you don't know, it's asymmetrical when it comes to the arms. This side is where we've got one of the beam sabers, so you just fold that piece forward and the white piece out, and there you go, there's one of the beam sabers in there. You can just pull that out. It's better if your fingers are smaller than mine, but there you go. So we've got 3 beam saber handles, only 2 blades, but 3 handles. And I think that does actually come up, lift away from the armor and then open, but not that much. On this side, see, the front piece here just slides forward, pull this piece out, and voila. If you got it pointing down, gravity will do the job for you, and the little gun will just pop out. But let me do it again with it pointing up, just to show you that it's not an automatic thing. You have to have gravity working for you. If we pull it up and then open this, see, it doesn't pop out the same way, so in this case you would have to pull it out, and again it helps to have smaller fingers than I do. So there's that. Okay, sorry, I had to cut that. Here's the front armor piece. Basically what we're going to do is just flip this up like that. And that's going to reveal an attachment point, and that's where the heavy weapon system is going to mount onto the front skirt on there. Oops. So fold that back down carefully. Pop that back on. The side skirts have nothing. The back skirt, let me just pop one off. It'd be easier to show you. Here's one half of the back skirt. You can lift up here and then kind of press and lift up there. So it's got 2 portions that lift up in there, and then pop, pop. That's it. And then on the leg, again, I think this might be easier to show you off the kit, so let's try to take this off carefully. Okay, sorry about that. And here's the leg. Again, I've got it off, so it's going to be easier to show you. When you bend it, there's no separation between these armor pieces, which is kind of disappointing. That's usually pretty standard for master grade kits these days, and RG kits as well. But instead we do have a nice piston in the knee there. That's pretty standard for the image of the Hi-Nu, sorry. We get a little bit of armor separation there in the knee. When that opens up, Not much, but it's a little bit. The ankle is really nice. Of course, that's not a gimmick, it just has some nice ankles in there, a solid ball rounded shaped piece in there. And okay, so the gimmick, what we have to do is we're going to lift up this piece, just lifts up a little bit like that. Lift up that piece, and these side pieces, gonna scoot back just a bit like that to open up. Again, that's going to be for mounting the heavy weapon system in there, but you can just fold that open just a bit, and the same to the other side. Out and open, and there's the opened armor gimmick for the leg. It's not much, but it's subtle. I think it's really, really nice. It's cool that like the front is pretty streamlined and really simple, and all the curves, everything looks really, really nice. And on the back we have this cool opening gimmick there. It's really nice. So yeah, that's basically it for the armor opening gimmicks for this kit. Again, not near as many as we had on the Sazabi. I guess one other thing I could show you, though I've kind of got it in pieces. You can still see though, the cockpit of course opens. It's gonna slide out, not off, just out. Out just a bit, and then open like that. You can see. Alternatively, let's just take it off. Alternatively, this little flap, I'm going to use the beam saber for this. This little purple piece there does slide open. Yeah, there we go. See that slides open like that. If you wanted to just open the cockpit that way, put that back down, put that back on. Okay, let's look at one of the fin funnels. Here's one off with, obviously I haven't put any of the decals on here. Open, pretty simple, not much really to see there. I found the joints in them is a little bit loose. I think maybe when you're posing that, they're gonna kind of be a little bit floppy. Once the kit's painted, I'm sure that'll solve that problem very easily, and even if you're not going to paint it, you could solve it with a little bit of glue. Not saying that you have to glue it in place and it's going to be forever like this, but basically you just put a little glue, take the piece apart, put a little glue in where the connection is, wait for it to dry, then put it back together. That'll just have more surface in there that it'll be stuck. Not permanently, but it'll make it more stiff in there. So if you want to display this kit with the fin funnels out, you're probably going to need to do something like that if you're not going to paint it. So let's mount some on here. As you can see, we've just got the arm here, and it's just going to stick right in the back in this little hole. Like that, and then we've got it on the arm like that. Now there are holes, if you can see. Let's screw this back and look there on the back of here. You can put the fin funnels arms like this. Voila. And of course that angle's not right. Obviously you can see I've got the fin funnel pointing down. It's not going to do much good, but if you can see that, I hope it's okay to see. It's clear, so it's kind of difficult. But it just plugs in there like that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots here, and you could put 2 into the same slot like that. So you've got some options. It would have been nice if we had the arms down below on the base. There's some space here where an arm previously would be able to fold out, and then you could plug them in to the base. We don't have that for this kit. A little bit disappointing, but yeah, what can you do?